I need to do a chore day. Ow!
How are you supposed to accomplish multiple things in one day when you spend your entire life at a red light?
This is why people go out west to stay out west. Is it really necessary? Good morning. I like to keep my van neat. As soon as it starts getting not neat, it feels cluttered. It feels cluttered, and I feel claustrophobic, and then that's when living in such a small space feels small. So, let's clean it. Much better. And if you're wondering who I am, my name's Tommy Vanderson. I quit my job back in Massachusetts as a car sales manager to pursue my dream of living out of my van and traveling the country. Currently on the 4th day of a 2,200 mile cross-country trip to get back to New England for the summer. Started in Key West, went to the buoy, and making my way to the end of Route 1, south in New England to see my friends and family and Vanlife in New England for the summer. Still at our beautiful Sheboygan Walmart. We are at 33 hours now. I need to do a chore day. The van's pretty clean. I cleaned that up the other day, but the outside needs to be cleaned, my clothes need to be cleaned, and I need to be cleaned. So I'm gonna find a Planet Fitness, do some laundry, wash out the outside of the van. It's gonna be a good day. Am I excited? You betcha. That's gonna be every video now. Before I can leave Sheboygan, I saw Lake Superior from Duluth. I saw Lake Michigan from the southern side of the Upper Peninsula. I can't go back to Massachusetts without seeing my 3rd Great Lake in 3 days. It's gonna be big, it's gonna look like an ocean, I'm gonna say all the same stuff as normal, and ooh, it's so pretty. Let's go check out Lake Huron, and then we'll hit the road to Kalamazoo.
You have arrived.
It amazes me how much pulling up to these places. Your brain hears lake and your brain just comprehends lake. Look at this. I heard there's a cool lighthouse in town, so I'm gonna go check out the cool lighthouse, then we'll hit the road. Crib Lighthouse, I guess this is called. Not really much to do here except for to look at it, so let's look at it. Except I'm going around the Great Lakes now for about 3 days, and I have not put my feet in once. Ah, oh, darn it, okay. Oh, that is cold. Never mind. I did it. I knew it was gonna be cold, but even when you know it's gonna be cold, it's still cold. All right, let's get out of here. I showed you Superior. I showed you Michigan. And well, there's Lake Huron. Oh, I just realized. I haven't been able to see out of my rear view camera for about 3 days. As you start traveling the country, you get used to certain weather patterns in certain areas, and as you transition to a new one, it takes a little bit of an adjustment. I traveled all around the west, up to Montana and Dakotas and Wyoming. You get so used to clear blue skies with just white puffy clouds off in the distance. Beautiful. Since I got about halfway across the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, I don't think I've seen the sun. And I realized my energy last day or two, and I'm doing all right, it's fine, but that body adjustment. I'm not used to being cloudy all the time. Yesterday we poured all day. The day before was cloudy with little spots of rain. Today is just cloudy. Miss the sunshine. I ain't seen the sunshine in 3 damn days. That's for my friend Terry. That's her favorite song. She loves that song. My favorite restaurant that I go to once a week, they do karaoke. And Terry was the host for karaoke. If you go up to her and you want to sing the song Picture, put your song into the list, no. She'll do anything for any human being in the world to make them happy, except for the song Picture. So Terry, to you, I ain't seen the sunshine in 3 damn days. I have a long way to go. It's cloudy, it's not that pretty, and I'm trying to keep myself entertained. So I'm gonna keep on driving, you keep on watching, and we'll get to Grand Rapids in a little bit. Oh, if I time warp you. Let's time warp, because you know, let's have to start gabbing more and more. It's the closest I've seen to a blue sky in 3 days. You know you're back in the peace when everywhere you go is red lights and a steady line of traffic no matter where you go. Those time war drives with endless beautiful blue skies and open lands, that's over. Instead of making you stare at the back end of a truck for the next 100 miles, we're gonna teleport. I'll see you guys in Grand Rapids. I do kind of look forward to laundry day. Not laundry, chore days. It just feels good to kind of reset the van. Ow! That was my funny bone. Not funny. Trying to hold the camera and do this at the same time, it's not so easy, so back off. I was going to get a shower while the washing machine went and wash my van while the dryer went. However, this machine's about to cost too much, but I'm going to wash my clothes in 18 minutes, so I guess I'm just going to hang out. Is it really necessary? I was coming down the highway, the road that I was starting to film. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a beautiful ride down the rural part of Michigan. No, it wasn't. That was just 2 hours of just weekend traffic. You had, I think, commuter traffic, trucks, and the local trucks. And I should be used to it from Massachusetts, but man, the last 3 or 4 months going around the West and kind of just owning the road yourself wherever you went. When you're here, you're driving. Out West, you go for a ride. I'm back. This is the price of going home. That's all right. Don't like the traffic though. I'm trying to be positive, but it's an adjustment and I have to go from the West, or the real Midwest, to Michigan. I hang out here for a few minutes and then we'll get my dryer going and then we'll go wash the van. I'll show you, because, well, I got time. The side's not too bad. I got some weird colorizations there, but the back is absolutely disgusting. And I can't go rolling back into New England like this. I may or may not have washed a pen. I haven't even looked at the comfort yet because I'm afraid of what I'm going to see. I am going to get out of this area. This road that I'm on right now was one of the most chaotic roads I've ever seen. I've been watching it for the last half an hour while I was waiting for my dryer. And oh my God, it doesn't stop. I think I found a spot on the south side of Grand Rapids, hoping that it's a little bit better. The bed, I'm going to make that when I get to wherever I'm going. It's about 3 o'clock right now, and I got about 20 minutes before the city gets a whole lot worse. I know I keep saying I am in absolute culture shock right now. All of Michigan as I traveled was getting a little bit worse, a little bit worse, a little bit worse. And you want to start talking now. I know, I just started you and I decided I want to try to talk at the same time. That's on me, not on you, Jips. I'm trying to be kind of, you want to interrupt me being nice to you. So I'm going to try to... I'm going to skip the car wash today. I'm going to carry the mud of Manitoba with me to Maine, and I'll get it washed up there. I do still want to try to find a human wash at a Planet Fitness. And I think I found one on the other side of Grand Rapids. Should be a little bit calmer. I'm on Alpine Drive. There's just people and stuff everywhere, and you can't get onto the road to go make a switch on the lanes. Where's the AC? Shame on me. I think I thought this was going to be a lot calmer area than it is. Oh, there's going to be one more pit stop. You know what will help this is caffeine. It's great for anxiety.
Turn left toward 4 Mile Road Northwest. Then you'll take your first left onto 4 Mile Road.
My goal was today, I know I mentioned it earlier, do some laundry, take a shower, wash the car, and try maybe even get an oil change. However, I've spent too much time in the wild and should not be back in society yet. Everywhere I go, I just want to drive my car into somebody. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I've driven enough the country now, you kind of get the culture and the feel of every single state that you go through. I've been through now 25 on this trip. Michigan is my least favorite state so far. They tell you the Upper Peninsula is super remote. That's just remote for the east. That's not really remote. Oh, I'm going on a rant now. So stop calling the Upper Peninsula remote. It's not remote. That is just less people shoved into a tighter corridor, so it actually has the same kind of pains as a populated area. Then you come across the bridge. First toll I've had to pay in about 5 months, so they charged me a toll. And as you come down the state, the traffic is thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. And no one's really that nice. Like every one of my videos, oh, they were so sweet. I probably almost overdo it. I have not met one sweet person yet in Michigan. This is not the Midwest. This is what Connecticut is to the Northeast. This is what Florida is in the South. The cultural norms of a region. Michigan is to the Midwest. I don't like Michigan. Not as bad as Sedona. I just want to get my chores done. How do people get anything done sitting in traffic all day at red lights? I just want to hit 4 spots in a matter of like 2 or 3 hours. And I couldn't do that. I didn't want to even leave the laundromat parking lot because I was going to sit in 20 minutes of traffic and then get to where we're going to go and I not have time to do it. Just had 20 minutes to get back, get my washer, close into the dryer. I'm talking! How are you supposed to accomplish multiple things in one day when you spend your entire life at a red light?
96 east, then use the right 2 lanes to take exit 31A.
This is a me problem, and I don't know how to fix it. I'm having a Michigan meltdown. I was going through Wisconsin to get to Michigan. It was kind of a thick line of traffic. But everyone was so nice. You're like, I don't mind being in traffic because everybody here will just wave to you while you're sitting there. I don't think I've seen a smile in the state of Michigan. Smile, Michigan? Life's not that bad. As soon as I turned up the camera, the exit Wyoming. Not funny. Funny. Screw you. They weren't smiling either. I guess I can't yell at them for not smiling because I don't want to smile in Michigan either. Oh my God, my head hurts. I need an ibuprofen. It's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna do my chores. Well, I got one of them done. Actually, I didn't even finish it because half my stuff is not folded in the back, and I inked it with a pen. I had gone through so much traffic on that road trying to get to the laundromat. So irritated when I walked into place. I shoved my stuff into the washing machine, threw my little pot in there, and just hit go. And I had a pen in there. And now all my stuff has little black marks all over it. Courtesy of Michigan. I'll check in with you when I get to Planet Fitness. I got to the other side of Grand Rapids. If the other side 100% sucked, this one only 98% sucks. 2% improvement. There's just people everywhere. I'm gonna take a shower, maybe go fix my cranky mood. Today went downhill quick. I'll see you guys when I'm done. Until then, I'm gonna keep crying. Michigan sucks. Alright, I'm a little bit better. So I need to go a couple days without showering. It does make you a little bit cranky. And I think because I started in the Northeast and went down to the Mid-Atlantic and Florida area, you go, oh, this is easier than the Northeast. Michigan, you are part of the Northeast. You are not part of the Midwest. I pulled up my app a little bit earlier to try to figure out, find a place to sleep. And it's pretty much a choice of truck stops, and maybe a Walmart. It's not just the availability of places to go sleep for the night. It is when the world starts colliding together. When you got all these medium-sized cities so close to each other in Michigan, the whole area just becomes one big city. That's what happens in Massachusetts. That's what happens in a lot of these states, and you can't ever get away from it. This is why people go out west and stay out west. The lesson being learned is this will probably be the only time I ever take my van to the Northeast. Probably what I'll do going forward is what I did last time. Park the van and fly to the Northeast. And fly back out to where the world is just lets you move at your own pace. That's enough complaining. I'm having a good day regardless. Culture shock is real. Man, this isn't just for the camera. When the camera is off, the reason I kept going and going and going, these were all thoughts that were running through my head as I was driving down the highway. Good news is, I'm clean, my clothes are clean, my sheets are clean, aside from some new custom ink spots on them, which I'm still afraid to look at and see what those look like. Ugh. Shower did help though. Welcome home. There was a Love's about 20 minutes down the street from where I was. So an absolutely perfect place to stay. However, I forgot to make my bed. Remember that superpower before when I cleaned up my house? Well, watch this. Ta-da! How did I do that? Fortunately, the number one piece of bedding I had that got affected the most by the pen that someone decided to wash with their clothes was the mattress cover. So it's covered by 2 layers, which made me feel a little bit better. However, it wasn't as though there were no casualties. I knew moving into here that a white comforter was probably a dumb idea, but I liked it because it just made it feel more open than anything else. I thought it was gonna happen a long time ago, and I thought it'd be something stupid like ketchup. And no, it shouldn't drive me nuts, but it's gonna drive me nuts. I don't even have a good excuse. I washed a black pen with it. It's on no one but me. I lost a pair of shorts in the process too. Oh, well, if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'm having a good day. And it wasn't the worst thing that happened to me, but the worst thing that happened to me was Michigan. I'm steaming because it was a long day, and I'm back in society and I'm having a little bit of culture shock. I'm sorry. If you're from Michigan, your state's okay. The culture shock thing is real. Michigan really isn't that bad. You spend so much time out west and you don't realize how much your brain conforms to how the world works out there. When I first got out there, it drove me nuts. Everything was going slow. It takes you a while to rewire your brain. And just about the time that your brain is officially rewired, you go back to the other side of the country, and everything that you just unwired in your brain now needs to be rewired back in, and sometimes it takes a couple extra days just to put the wires back in where they need to be. I am gonna enjoy my clean sheets, watch a little bit of TV, hang out for the evening. We've got the show on Sunday. Today's Friday, so I'm gonna be hanging around the area for the next 2 days if it doesn't tick me off to the point that I just start driving east, which is very possible. I'm so excited to get home to Massachusetts, to New England, to see my friends, see my family, get to the beach. I'm 1 day closer, a couple hundred miles closer. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. It goes so far towards helping my channel grow and living my dream of being a content creator on the road, even in Michigan. Thanks, guys. I love you. Have a good night.